For yourself, Stephanie, obviously you've won at Jerry McCowan Memorial Trophy with the Sydney Sirens. What's different about this group? What's special about this Melbourne Ice group here?
Well, I used to hate the Melbourne Ice because I was a Sydney Siren, and now that I've joined them, no, it's just a really fun group of girls, and like there's a lot of talent in this team and a lot of passion in this team. So it's really cool to be able to play alongside them and grow the team with them as well. So yeah, I don't know, it's just special. There's a lot of inside jokes, a lot of fun, and then a lot of skill that comes with it. So we're all very competitive. We all want to win all the time.
And we've seen Shana Godfrey join the team, so another Siren heading across to the Melbourne Ice. What's it like having your former teammate with you on the team?
Same as always. It's better playing with her than against her. She lives across the road from me. See her all the time. So it's just good having a close friend back on the team again.
And for yourself, Coach, with what's the message to the group heading into this weekend?
Yeah, I mean, the team's gone through a lot of kind of adversity this year, and it's a new group, new kind of coaching systems that we've been implementing. So big thing for the team the big message for the team that we've been going with is just kind of the mindset of how we approach the game and how we play as a team, right? So there's a lot of skill on the team. It's a lot of personalities on the team. So for us, it's about, the mindset of going forward and that mindset of being winners and wanting it. So team wants it. The mindset's good right now going into the finals and overcome a lot. And I think the girls are ready to prove that we're the team to beat and the best team in the league. So, yeah.
One player that comes up a lot when we have our discussions is Ash Aprecio. What do you think, either of you, is the biggest key to her game, and why has she been such a big impact on the games that you've won?
Yeah, I mean, she's been a huge asset to us. Her speed, her ability with the puck, and her tenacity. I think she always wants to be on the puck. She's always getting into corners deep and fighting hard, and then back checking hard, and really sets that good example for the team of how we want to play. And that's been huge, right? Like, she's always someone that I can point to being like, if we're struggling or we're going through some tough times, Ash is always one that's there to step up and work hard and grind and fill in any role that she really gets tasked with. So, yeah.
Just one last one before we let you go. How's the group after the Adelaide trip and recovery health-wise? Is everyone seem to be okay?
I can speak to that one.
Yeah, I have we'll both speak that one, but I'll let you go first.
I'm glad we went through it as a team, but it's done. We're not thinking about it. We're not in it. It's in the past. So, keen to get onto the ice.
Okay, so we are live here with head coach Joey McDougall from the Adelaide Rush and Captain Tash Ferrier, also from the Adelaide. First of all, a question for you, just a general one. Any team news for before the game today and for the weekend?
Oh, not much we're going to share anyways. Everybody will see when we get out on the ice.
Everybody's feeling great. Everybody's the best. One thing that I noticed watching, and like I've tried to keep up with all the games throughout just to sort of see what's going on and stay involved. But one line that I was really impressed with in particular was that of Nat, Kate, and Caitlin. Are we going to maybe see that come back together this weekend? They're savage. I'd love it.
Yeah, I think we saw a little bit in our last weekend in Perth. So we went back to that again. It's nice that we do have the depth that we have, and we can kind of switch them around a little bit. And everybody seems to have some pretty good chemistry. But I think it's been it's been great for them this season to do as well as they've done, as all local players. So it's huge to have imports come in, but then when you create that depth with some local players, definitely helps you go a long way. Yeah.
Two players I wanted to ask you about, Tash. One, I know that you did an interview earlier in the season with the Adelaide Jokerit Juniors, and you mentioned Tori Cebulski, and you've played a little bit together with her this season. So I wanted to ask, what have you seen from her this season, her growth as a player?
Yeah, so obviously she's quite young, so I feel like she's really come into herself, which was kind of what I was expecting and hoping for as well. I just think she carries a little bit more confidence. She has had a bit of exposure for senior women's hockey, and she's skilled, but she's also learnt to adapt her game. It's great to have individual skills, which she does have, but being able to play the structures and play your role, regardless of what that looks like on a weekend. So I feel like she's really matured in that way, and yeah, she's definitely a handy in for us as a young player.
And the second player, who I know you've played on a line with the last couple of weeks, I think, is Regan Petrowski. What have you seen from her coming over as an import?
Yeah, obviously it's always good to have imports that contribute to the league, because it's all about the growth of women's hockey. Generally, they don't just bring their skill set, but they bring a wealth of experience and education for the young people, and even just how things should look and positive contributions. But Regs in particular, I think in terms of role modeling, intensity, work ethic, positivity, just the way she approaches everything she does at training, off the ice, her contributions to our community. She's a photographer and a media guru, so she's really just brought that skill set along. So just a really good very valuable, and we're very grateful to have her.
Joey, the forecheck that you play with and the aggressive style that you just hunt the puck down, is that something that's even surprised yourself? It's something that even not just women's hockey, but hockey across the board, I sort of haven't seen here from any team. Has it surprised you a little bit?
I think with the talent that we do have on the team and some of the players, it doesn't surprise me that we're able to do it and make it successful for us. It's definitely kind of comes from a personal aspect. It's really the way that I like to play the game. It's all about taking away time and space, making sure we're pressuring, and we just want to make teams uncomfortable when we play against them. So I think it definitely comes from the way that I play the game. Certainly a way that I've been coached growing up in Canada, where it's that aggressive style. It's quick. It's entertaining, but I think that the players that we do have been able to adapt really well to that gameplay, and it's helped us be a successful team this season.
I can tell you firsthand, it sucks to play against. It's so hard. The other thing that I had that I wanted to touch on is your goaltending pair. They seem to just be really in sync and work well together. Similar style. Lucky that you have height in both of them. How do you find that they work with both Jeremy and each other?
I think Jeremy's done a really good job this season. He's kind of split his role between being the goalie coach and an assistant coach for the team. He's trying to kind of work himself out of that pigeonhole that he's been in for the last little while of just being a goalie coach. And he's been able to work with them really well. And I think that Amelia and Archie kind of coming through together, they're able to feed off each other pretty well at trainings. And I think that we did create a little bit of healthy competition between them this season. So it's just being able to push one another at trainings, being able to split the time fairly evenly throughout the year. And that little bit of competition has helped them grow to be where they're at today.
That's good. Yeah, no, thank you. Thanks for your time and good luck in the game today. Yeah. Brilliant.
Thanks very much.
Thanks.
All right. We are joined by Perth Inferno head coach Graham Hyde and star forward Sarah Salmons here for the Hockey Hype Australia AWIHL press conference. First one for you, Coach. Any team news for the day that you can provide for us?
No, the team's in a good position at the moment. We're coming in with the same team that played against Adelaide 2 weeks ago in Perth, so we're all good and healthy, so it's good.
Perfect. Yep.
Oh, I'm happy to jump in always. I love talking. two things I wanted to touch on just from watching the games and seeing how important these two players have been, aside from yourself. You know, I love you so much. Graham, could you touch on the growth that you've seen in Molly this season?
Oh, Molly Lukoviak, I've said she's a future star. She's a future captain for the national team for sure, and Perth Inferno down the line. Her tenacity, and she's just ferocious to get on the puck, and she just keeps going. She's a fantastic example of the younger kids, and you've seen the growth in Molly from last year being the captain of the national team 18s to probably being burnt out a little bit towards the end last year with the 18s and the women's, to actually just being able to enjoy her hockey and no pressure on her this year. So it's really good to see.
She's been unbelievable to watch, and knowing her as a person, I'm so happy for her that she's coming into her own and she's able to step up and be one of the stars on the team, essentially. Sarah, can you tell us about what it feels like in the room, on the bench, in the team when Sasha King is just standing on her head for you, left, right, and center?
Look, I've said it many times, but I'll say it again. We're so lucky to have the best goaltender in the league and one of the best in the country. So, you know, it's really exciting to know, and, you know, it's a bit of a high expectation, but we know that she's consistently going to make those saves that maybe not many goalies would make in this league. So, yeah, it's just unreal. And, you know, the energy she brings to the game, she's out there dancing, she loves it, and we love her. So, yeah, very happy to have Sash in that for us.
So, Sarah, it's been obviously you returned to the league this year after a few years away overseas. What's been the difference that you've seen in the league from what it was when you left to what it is now?
Yeah, I think we were just talking about it outside with the other coaches, like the games now and the people and the investment we have in the games, and even you guys here. You know, when I was playing before, 3-4 years ago, we'd get maybe like 20 people to our games, and now we're, you know, selling out the 400 capacity or whatever we have at Coburn. So, yeah, people are really getting around it, and I think that the product we're offering is better. We developed, yeah, so I think it's just really exciting.
When we spoke before the season, we had a chat for an article. You said that you were really excited to be returning. You've finished on top and in finals. Is it even more than what you expected?
Yeah, I think so. I think obviously being from WA, we always kind of feel like we have a chip on our shoulder up against the Eastern States. So I think we're really coming into our own now. The girls are developing, as you were saying, Molly Lukoviak. It's Molly's world and we're living in it. What a star. But yeah, we have some really good top end talent, and we have that fostering through to our younger ones. So it's really exciting.
And one for you, Coach. Just having a chat about the defensive group, and I know we love watching Georgia McClellan play, but that pairing with Zoe Webb as well. You've got Abby Webb, who looks like she's taken a step. Won the fan voted first star of the week, I think, a couple of weeks ago, getting some recognition. What have you seen from your defensive group this season as they've kind of grown throughout the season? And I know initially you wanted to have Molly Lukoviak as part of that D group, but circumstances, you know, means she's a forward. What's been your observation of the growth of that group?
I think the way Georgia and Sasha have stepped up to accommodate Zoe and Abby and really help them develop, talking, communicating through the games. You've seen the big thing is you've seen Zoe and Abby grow from the first weekend in Melbourne to last week against Adelaide. There's two different players. They're really enjoying their hockey, they're learning, and they've got the support of these two veterans on the team.
And final one for you, Sarah, for me. You've been on a line recently with Biz Scala and MCC. What's it? And you know, you guys have been producing. What's been your view from inside the line?
Well, I've self-titled it the three-headed monster. I think, look, it's obviously such a privilege to get to play with MCC and the Biz. You know, Biz is just such a natural goal scorer. You can see she actually terrifies people when she's skating at them, and so it's good to see. And then Michelle's just, you know, pure class. She's got that touch, which I don't have. So for me, I just got to go get them the puck right. But yeah, it's been really good. We've been producing, and hopefully we keep that up this weekend. And yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Cool. Well, thank you both so much for taking your time and surviving the technical difficulties, and good luck
Awesome.
in the game this
Thank you.
afternoon.
Thank you, guys. Thanks very much. Appreciate it.
Okay, we are live with the Brisbane Lightning head coach Matt Meyer and Emma Wuthrich from the Brisbane Lightning as well for the AWIHL Hockey Hype Australia press conference. And we have a first question from Georgia.
What an intro. Coming from a goalie family, I think it's important that we highlight the goalies. And I've noticed watching the games since the Olympics that Katie has come back with such a big confidence boost. Emma, can you tell us about how that has been for the team and what you've seen in her since then?
Yeah, it's been super noticeable. Obviously, going to the Olympics, it's a huge accomplishment. And I feel like for anybody, that would give you a huge boost of confidence. Her and Tracy have been battling out all season, switching on and off. And I feel like since she's gotten back, she's been huge for us, making big saves and keeping us in games and giving us a lot of wins. So it's been really great for our team and gives kind of everyone a huge confidence boost when you have a good goalie behind you.
And for yourself, Emma, obviously coming here as an import, what were kind of your expectations at the first kind of hearing or the idea of coming over to play, and what's kind of changed for you? What's been your impression of the league?
I mean, I played at a lot of different levels, so I didn't know that much. Matt tried to inform me on some stuff, but I'm traveling around, and it's been a great opportunity. Hockey's given me a lot of opportunities to see the world, and it's kind of to come to Australia has been really cool. So I wasn't expecting. I mean, I didn't really have any expectations, but I knew that it was going to be a really welcoming environment. It's been great so far, and I've really enjoyed it. And all the girls have made it so much fun for me.
And a question for you, Coach, just so that you can get a few words in during the press conference as well. But the return of Alison Carlisle, she came straight off the plane and onto the score sheet over the weekend against the Melbourne Ice. I know speaking to you earlier in the season, you were excited about her as a player, but what she brings, her size, her shot. How would you describe her importance to the team from the blue line?
Oh, look, day one, she showed up and we hadn't seen her before as a team. And so she was fresh, and all the coaching staff looked around and we said, she's an impact player. Like, she's going to be big for us. And, in chatting with her, she's actually a forward. So, she'd played D as well. And obviously with Kelly taking the season off, we had a bit of a hole back there, and she filled it great. And as the season's gone on, just having that offensive attack ability from the blue line has been great for the team, and she's really made an impact in both ends of the ice, right? So when she was away, we obviously felt that, and it's a different team when we have our full group together. But yeah, huge impact having her on the team.
And Matt, I wrote an article this morning about rising stars and picked a player from each team. Georgia Watts was the Lightning player that I selected. What have you seen from Georgia this season in her growth? Some highlight reels in goals and assists and things like that this season.
Yeah, Georgia's one of those natural talents, right? But I've been actually around her and coaching with her since she was, 10 or whatever, right? And to see her development, it's something that you can't train. It's just inside of her, and she's got that athletic mindset, right? So to have her on the team is fantastic. The biggest thing with her is just the hockey IQ and development, and we see that as coaches, that as they mature, the cognitive ability to process the game and understand position and starting to read things, and it gets better and better and better. And this season for her, to me, every game she's gotten better. She's like a sponge. And great line mates that have played with her, and great feedback from the team. And I know Cappy's been working a lot with her, shift by shift. Just she's great to have around the room. She's so coachable, but huge future for her.
And one for either of you, but I've spoken to you, Matt, before, and I've also spoken to Tracy Hokett as well about the edge that you play with. Can we expect to see that 110% in the next 2 days, all out?
Yeah, well, I'll say a quick comment, then I'll let you maybe mention something as well. But we feel that we have an identity as a team. We gelled on that very early in the season. We've sort of put our own little mantra together, and we've got a banner that we hang up in our change rooms that really identify us as a team. And we talk about all those attributes before every game. And we want to be the hardest team in the league to play against. Physically, speed, forecheck, like everything that that you see us do, it's on purpose. It's really in our DNA as a group, and the whole team's bought in, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I feel like everyone just has so much confidence in. Everyone feels like we've been playing our best hockey for the past few weeks now, and so it's good timing for us. But yeah, everyone has a really good feeling coming in this weekend, and we feel like we have something to prove.
And I know this is your first season in the league, obviously, Emma. But one of the things that we've noticed on the commentary is the battles within the games that you have with the other team, and players like, for example, Georgia McClellan. I think during that 4-game series in the regular season, like battled really hard with you, and you didn't back down an inch. Is that a part of your natural game as well, or is that something that you've kind of taken on as you've seen the need in the team?
I feel like I'll stick up for myself if it's needed, but I feel like I'm a competitor, and if somebody wants to battle, I'll battle back with them. I don't have a problem with that.
Perfect. No, perfect. Well, thanks very much for joining us. Good luck in the game this afternoon, and yeah, we really appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Okay.
Great.
Yeah.
Great. That's it.